Hi, Mighty Mustangs and Mustang families. This is Mr. Helton here with week 4 of our fitness adventures. Last week we learned about muscle endurance. This week we're going to be learning about a fitness component that goes right along with muscle endurance. It goes along right with our muscles. It's all about our muscles, actually. This week we're going to be learning about the fitness component of flexibility. Can you say flexibility? Flexibility. Let's see what the word flexibility means. Flexibility means stretching our muscles so we can move. Say stretching our muscles so we can move. Say stretching our muscles so we can move. Let's say those keywords again. Stretching our muscles so we can move. Very good. Just like Mr. Helton down here below, I am flexible. When we stretch our muscles, we're able to move. Now, it's very important that we are flexible. Here's why. If you stretch those muscles and you are flexible, you can complete a lot of different movements. For example, you might be able to do a cartwheel. You might be able to do the splits. I can't do the splits, but you might be able to do the splits. You might be able to do a front flip or a back flip. Maybe you could jump in the air and catch a ball. Maybe you can run and dive for home plate. Those are different kind of movements that if you are flexible, you'll be able to complete. If you are not flexible and your muscles are not stretched, what happens is those muscles are really tight. When your muscles are really tight, and let's say you try to do a cartwheel, you're not going to be able to do that. You're not going to be able to do a front flip or a back flip. You won't be able to jump and catch a ball because your muscles are too tight. Also, if your muscles are too tight, you may risk getting injured. You also may risk straining your muscle or your muscle getting sore. Or in some cases, if you're not flexible and your muscles are not stretched, you can actually pop a muscle. You can actually break a muscle, and sometimes that requires surgery. So very important that we are flexible, that we stretch our muscles so that we can move. Here are some different kinds of stretches that you can do to make sure that your muscles are flexible and stretched. These are good things that you can do every single day. Let's see. You can sit and reach for your toes. This is really easy. Sitting and reaching for your toes stretch those leg muscles out. You don't have to be able to touch your toes, but the important thing is that you are reaching as hard as you can for your toes. Hold that stretch for about 10 seconds. That'll stretch those muscles out in your legs so that they do not get hurt and you are ready to move. Another kind of stretch we could do is an arm stretch. This is one of our upper body stretches. When you take one of your arms, bring it in front of your body and use your other arm to stretch that arm back. You pull it back towards you. Hold that for about 10 seconds. And then you switch arms to do your other arm. That's going to help keep our arm muscles flexible. Another stretch that we can do is we can stand, spread your legs apart, and you can bend to the side. You can bend and reach to the side. That stretches out your side muscles, a little bit of your back muscles. And if you tilt back, you're also stretching some of your core muscles, some of those tummy muscles. You can stretch for about 10 seconds on one side and then switch to the other side. Now, you guys are pretty smart and you guys are pretty active, so you might know a lot of other stretches that you can do, which is perfect. Any kind of stretches, you want to make sure that you stretch every single day, and you want to make sure that you stretch before you begin an exercise or an activity so that you do not get injured while you're completing that activity, and you'll be able to do that activity better. Today we learned about flexibility. Say flexibility. Stretching our muscles so we can move. Now, go on over to step 2, where we're going to do our hurdle jumping flexibility challenge with Mr. Helton. Let's see how you do.